silently lurking in murky waters, waiting to ambush its next victim. Its lightning-fast strike and crushing jaw makes it a nightmare for any of its prey. There is no denying that the Australian saltwater crocodile and the African Nile crocodile are two of the scariest sea creatures that currently still live among us. Yet despite their fearsome nature, they are nothing compared to what the first human beings had to contend with. Today, we explore 5 of the most ferocious marine reptiles that ever roamed our oceans. Though extinct, their terrifying legacy endures. From the colossal Mosasaurus to the formidable Liopleurodon, join us as we delve into the stories of these fearsome predators that once dominated the seas. Number 1. The predator X. Pliosaurus funke. In 2006, the fossilized discovery of a new species of dinosaur, dubbed Predator X, turned into a hot topic of debate. Eventually discovered to be another lizard, which seems to have roamed the waters between Europe and South America during the late Jurassic stages. A normal Pliosaurus was estimated to be around 8 meters or 26 feet in total length, and weighing in at about 5 metric tons. Strangely enough, the fossils discovered of the Predator X had scientists confused, as it was suggested to be part of the Pliosaurus family, but its size was significantly bigger than any bones ever discovered belonging to the Pliosaurus family. This sea monster stood 15 meters or 55 feet in length and weighed a whopping 45 tons. To put into perspective, the T-Rex, which many people consider the most ferocious alpha predator of the dinosaur period, wouldn't stand a chance, as the Predator X had a skull that was twice the size of the T-Rex. Thanks to its incredible size, many still debate whether or not it is the biggest and most ferocious animal to ever wander the oceans on Earth. It is estimated to have been around during the period which stretched from 163 to 145 million years ago. Its immense size leaves one to wonder, what could have killed such a beast? Number 2. The Livyatan melvillei. You have probably heard of the name Livyathan, who would turn out to be a very popular sea monster from the biblical era. However, this monster was nothing like it was described in the Bible, as its gigantic size and aggressive nature made it one of the most feared animals during the dinosaur era, preying on any living thing in the ocean. The aggressive nature of the Livyatan melvillei can be inferred from its anatomy, particularly its large size and formidable dentition, which suggests that it was well equipped to hunt and compete for resources in its ecosystem. It had robust teeth, which were larger and more numerous than those of modern sperm whales. According to some estimates, its teeth measured around 36 centimeters, which puts this animal in the category of the largest teeth humanity has ever seen in an animal, making it a highly efficient predator. These fangs were likely used to hunt and consume large prey, such as other whales, seals, and possibly even smaller marine mammals. Believed to be in the same family as today's sperm whale, it could reach up to 13.5 to 17.5 meters in length, or 44 to 57 feet. But what sets this creature apart isn't solely its physical attributes, unlike other predatory whales, which focus on smaller fish for their diet. The Livyatan melvillei had a very similar feeding approach to sharks. Researchers approximate that the staple of its diet consisted of medium-sized whales, spanning from 23 to 38 feet in total length, which would be the sole sustenance capable of satiating such an immense appetite. Due to the colder climate of the northern hemisphere, very few fossils have been found in the region, leading many scientists to believe that the Livyatan melvillei needed warmer climates. Most fossils found have been around South Africa, Chile, California, and a couple in Australia off the coast. However, as water temperatures cooled during the early Pliocene period, their numbers slowly started to dwindle, and ultimately their species became extinct. As time passed, whales did indeed grow slightly larger after the era of the Livyatan melvili, but they never reached the same level of dominance or intimidation as this monstrous predator did while prowling the seas. Number 3. The Jacalopterus. Among nature's creations, some are destined to remain small, and scorpions are one of them. But during the Silurian period, or some 400 years ago, the Jacalopterus defied all those odds. Also known as the sea scorpion, this unique creature stood around 2.6 meters or 9 feet tall, meaning that it would be taller than the average fully grown adult when standing side by side, making it one of the biggest arthropods to have ever existed, as if our entomophobia wasn't bad enough already. Thankfully, this type of creature has significantly changed over the last few million years, often becoming smaller to help with energy expenditure and adapting to a land-based diet. Modern horseshoe crabs might be the only remaining species that bears a striking resemblance to this ancient creature. Number 4. The Megalodon. When it comes to ancient predators of the sea, very few animals can even hold the historic and cultural importance of the megalodon. As a matter of fact, the megalodon remains a significant element in numerous conspiracy theories, with many people still believing that this ancient incarnation of the first great white shark might still be roaming the waters today. Some notable sightings have been seen in the Mariana Trench, around the coast of South Africa and Australia. With so much speculation and only fragmented remains found by modern scientists, determining the actual size of this monster has been a nightmare for marine paleontologists. But speculations remains that the megalodon was around 67 feet in total length at its peak, whilst weighing more than 60 tons. However, this count does fluctuate depending on the shark's location of discovery, with scientists estimating that it often had different sizes depending on the different levels of ecosystem pressures that it had to deal with in order to survive. It is for this reason that fossils found in the southern hemisphere tend to be slightly bigger than some of the fossils found in the north. According to many scientists, the shift in the climate over the past millions of years might have been the leading contributor to its extinction. One plausible theory suggests that as the Earth became colder, this marine organism could not generate sufficient metabolic heat, and this would have ultimately led to its extinction millions of years ago. Number 5. The Mosasaurus. Recently made famous by the Jurassic Park movie franchise. The Mosasaurus can best be described as a marine lizard, which lived from approximately 82 to 66 million years ago, during the Campanian and Maastrichtian stages of the late Cretaceous period. In terms of size, it is estimated that the Mosasaurus was around 56 feet in total length, and would have massive teeth that would make its bite one of the deadliest of the dinosaur period. One of the most impressive things about the Mosasaurus is where it was found. Unlike many other sea creatures, which are found in certain areas, the Mosasaurus was found close to almost every continent on the planet. This indicates that it potentially became the dominant predator wherever it roamed. Unfortunately, the sudden drop in global sea levels around the late Maastrichtian period would lead to a reduction in available habitat and food for this massive animal. It is theorized that its extinction was rather rapid, and despite the Mosasaurus's formidable abilities to contend with other creatures, it stood little chance against the forces of nature. While their extinction might be tragic, our ancestors' ability to sail the oceans and discover new lands was pivotal in shaping the world as we know it today. If these creatures were still roaming the ocean at the time, do you think the course of human history would have taken a vastly different trajectory?